What's going on, guys? We're back for more Madden 22 content. Today we are going to be rebuilding the Jacksonville Jaguars. My Panthers franchise I started up, it broke, and I said I'd come back and do the Jaguars. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just do a rebuild type of thing, just try and rebuild them, then simulate season, try and get into the playoffs, because that's just what I want to do. So let's get into it and let's see what I can do with this Jaguars franchise. All right, so we're going to start off obviously looking at the lineup. I don't really know exactly what they have other than like Trevor Lawrence. They have Trevor Lawrence, James Robinson. Oh, I need to generate best lineup because there's going to be some injuries like Travis Etienne Jr. We have Marvin Jones Jr. I think it's Marvin. Might not be. And we have DJ Chark. We're going to need at least one more wide receiver, probably two. It's pretty solid offensive line. Could use another tight end. Let's go defense. Not a lot of pressure. Not a lot of pressure at all. We got two solid linebackers though, and one solid cornerback. The defense gonna need a lot of help. Offense just needs a little bit. So let's see what we can do with free agency to start. All right, so I've turned off the salary cap and I've turned off the maximum limit to your roster, whatever. Because this is gonna be one of my, I'm gonna call them, I think, super team rebuilds. I don't know. I need a better name. Just basically, I'm gonna do the best I can to rebuild this team. Just spend a lot of money and trade a lot. So I don't know what I'm gonna call it. But we're going to go ahead and grab David DeCastro. Brian Poole, he'd be an upgrade. We'll sign him. Nicole Roby-Coleman, I think he'd just barely be an upgrade. I won't grab the other cornerback, but I'll grab him. Middle linebacker, I think this guy will help. We'll see what he can do. Oliver Vernon will definitely help on that defensive line. This guy will definitely help on the offensive line. Strong safety help, that would definitely be nice. I think we'll go ahead and grab Geno Atkins and then call it at that for the free agency. Let's see what the roster looks like. All right, so the offensive line, that's a solid offensive line. I like that. Let's go ahead and check the defense, how well that improved. Shaquem Griffin, we have him behind Brian Poole. All right, that looks good. The defensive line is definitely improved, and that middle linebacker helped, but we still need a little bit of safety help and left outside linebacker. So let's go ahead and look into some trades. All right, so I think it's a pretty good trade here. We got Dawson Knox and Cole Beasley for two of our third string and third string and fourth string wide receiver and a third round pick. So I call that a pretty good trade. That gives us a solid wide receiver and tight end. So let's go ahead and look for some more defensive stuff. All right, so we got Shaquille Barrett for 2 seconds and a third from next year. 1 second from this year, 1 second from next year. So I call that pretty good. That's solid help on the defensive side. Let's go ahead and look around a little more. I call that a freaking good trade. Our first round pick for Deebo Samuel, Jimmy Ward, and Eric Armstead, all really solid help. And since it's a 1-year rebuild, I don't really need that first round draft pick. I call that pretty good. I call this a pretty good trade. We got Carlos Hyde and Marvin Jones, who both we don't need, for Kareem Jackson and somebody Bowles and a fourth round pick. I call that pretty good. I think we're going to leave the team with this. I think this looks pretty dang good. Here's the offensive side of the ball. We got Cole Beasley, Deebo Samuel, and DJ Chark Jr. Really stacked wide receiver core. James Robinson, Travis Etienne Jr. I think that'll be pretty good. We got Trevor Lawrence, obviously, and a really solid offensive line. The only really weak link is the right tackle. Plus, we got Dawson Knox for our tight end, so that'll be pretty dang good. Let's look at the defensive side of the ball. We got Vernon, I don't know, Geno Atkins, Eric Armstead, Brian Poole, Shaquem Griffin, Jimmy Ward, Josh Allen, McKinley, Michael Jack or whatever, I think that's his name, Shaquille Barrett, and Kareem Jackson. That's a really stacked defense and a pretty dang good offense. So let's see what they can do. As we're sitting into the playoffs, make sure to comment down below your prediction for what the record's going to be. I'm going to go probably 10 wins if I had to guess, and a playoff appearance. Knowing Madden, I think that's about what we'll get. We'll see how it goes. All right, the time has come. Simulating week 18. We went 10-7. Wow, my prediction was right on point, and we got a wild card spot. Looks like the Colts took number 1 in the division, and the Titans took really close third, so we had a really close division. Go ahead and look at the playoff bracket. We just barely got in with the 6th spot. Looks pretty good. We got the Niners in the playoffs, Panthers. Pretty realistic, honestly, other than the Saints winning that division. That's not realistic. And other than that, that's pretty realistic. So let's go ahead and look at some stats. Before we get into the stats, I do want to check out the roster though. We end up being in the 80 overalls. We are 83 overall. All right, Travis Etienne, still not as good as James Robinson, but he developed pretty well as an 81 overall. Trevor Lawrence in 82 with superstar development. We got Cole Beasley looking pretty good. DJ Chark, Deebo Samuel. Wow, that's looking really good. Offensive line in general looking good. Let's look at the defense here. Not a whole lot of development, but not a lot of regression, which is what I wanted to see. So looking pretty good. Let's look at the stats now. Looks like Tom Brady led the league in passing yards. Behind him was Patrick Mahomes and Matt Ryan. Derrick Henry led the league in rushing yards. Let's see. Anybody on the Jaguars on this list? I don't think so. Well, that kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and just look at the regular stats. Looks like we got the 6th overall offense. Looking pretty dang good. Trevor Lawrence was 4th in passing yards. We had the 1st defense. We had a really solid team. Wow. Okay. 12th in points scored and 3rd in points allowed. Wow, we had a really good team. Let's go ahead and look at the player stats. 26 for 10. He was 4th in passing yards, so that's pretty good. With the rushing yards, James Robinson, looks like Travis Etienne took a good amount of his rushing. So overall, really solid amount of rushing yards. Trevor Lawrence 137, not too good. Travis Etienne with 14 touchdowns. That's looking pretty good. We spread the ball out a good bit. Dawson Knox has the most with 1,000 yards. We had Cole Beasley with 920 and 8 touchdowns. DJ Chark with 896 and 2 touchdowns. Tyron Johnson ended up getting more yardage than Deebo Samuel. I wonder if he got injured or something, but that's interesting. Defensively, we had Josh Allen with 15 tackles for loss. Shaquille Barrett right behind him, and Geno Atkins with the most sacks. We had Josh Allen with 9. Shaquille Barrett with freaking 8.5. Geno Atkins with 6. We spread the sacks around, that's for sure. And how many picks? Who got the most picks? Kareem Jackson, Miles Jack, and a lot of other picks. Not a whole lot of picks overall for the team, but pretty solid defense. MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes, right behind him, Alvin Kamara. Do we have anybody on the Jaguars on the list? No, we do not. Coach of the year goes to Mike McCarthy. Urban Meyer got 2nd. That's looking pretty dang good. Trevor Lawrence, 7th in Offensive Player of the Year. The Offensive Rookie of the Year obviously went to Trevor Lawrence. Is Travis Etienne. He's number 5. Nice. Best running back. Travis Etienne and James Robinson, both in the top 10. Linebacker, come on. Oh, there we go. We got Josh Allen and Shaquille Barrett. Best DB. Oh, we got Kareem Jackson in there. And best kicker. We got to check out the kickers. Sadly, no Jaguar kicker. All right, so coming in, we got a tie game here in the 4th quarter. We are 2nd and goal on the 5-yard line. Can we get in the end zone and take the lead? Trevor Lawrence back to pass. Can we do anything? Can we get in there? Oh, he scrambles, gets a couple yards out of that, but not a lot. And Trevor Lawrence lining up to pass again. Can he get in the end zone and score a touchdown, take the lead? Oh, he's going to scramble out of there. Has some running room. And he is in the end zone for a touchdown. Take the lead at the end of the 4th quarter. The Colts end up answering. So we are 1st and 10, right on about the 40-yard line-ish. We got to get down here with 10 seconds left to score and take the lead. Trevor Lawrence that's just going to drain the clock. We got a timeout though. See what Trevor Lawrence can do. Can we get a deep ball downfield to take the win, or are we going to go to overtime? Trevor Lawrence back to pass. He passed it deep downfield. It gets intercepted. So it's going to go to overtime. So the Colts start off with the ball. Incomplete pass by Carson Wentz. 16-yard reception by T.Y. Hilton. We're going to need to get a stop in order to have a chance. 2-yard rush by Jonathan Taylor. That's more like what we like to see. Oh, 18-yard reception. They're charging down the field. 8-yard scramble by Carson Wentz. We got to get a stop. 5-yard rush. No. Incomplete pass. All right. Let's get another stop. Negative 2-yard rush. We like to see that. 3rd and 12. 11-yard reception. 4th and 1. 4th and 2. 33-yard field goal. We have a shot. Trevor Lawrence has to charge downfield. 8-yard penalty against the defense. Okay, 14-yard reception. What did we do? That didn't make any sense. We ended up scoring a touchdown? It looks like. How did we score a touchdown? View highlights, maybe? The field goal, then we had a kickoff with the penalty against defense. Trevor Lawrence passed it off 14 yards. Pass to Cole Beasley for 44-yard touchdown. That's what we like to see. All right. That was a pretty good game overall. 251 yards for Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdowns. How many interceptions? Yeah, he threw 2 interceptions, so not terrible. Rushing yards, James Robinson led our team, 4.3 average. Cole Beasley with 119 yards. Deebo Samuel with 37. Defensively, Shaquille Barrett had 1.5 sacks. Aaron Armstead had 1. And Josh Allen had the other half sack. And for interception, Brian Poole and Miles Jack got the 2 interceptions. All right, we knocked out our division rival in the wild card. Browns advanced and the Bengals advanced. We're going to be playing the Chiefs. That's going to be a tough game. All right, this one I'm just going to sim it the whole way. We start off 7-0 lead, up 7-7. This is going to be a tough game, 10-7. We can't be having that. 17-7. All right, we got the lead. 24-7. 24-10. Oh, geez. 31-10. Are we actually going to pull up the upset against the Chiefs? 45-24. 52-20. What? We crushed the Chiefs. Is this Madden? Did they change something? Holy cow. Absolutely demolished the Chiefs. 52-24. 358 yards, 2 touchdowns. All right, that's looking pretty good. What on earth? Patrick Mahomes threw a pick. We didn't. That makes a difference. Travis Etienne with 81 yards. James Robinson 112. 3 touchdowns on the ground. 2 touchdowns on the ground. Holy cow. Receiving, Cole Beasley with 107 yards. DJ Shark with 96. Looks like our defense just held him in check. How many sacks or tackles for loss? We had 4. We had a lot of tackles for loss. How many sacks did we get on him? Well, only 1 sack, 1 pick. We just held him in check. Wow, that's really dang good. Over 170 more yards than they did. They had a little bit more passing yards. That's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and advance to the next round. All right, so that was a crazy game, but now we get the Browns up next. Of course, it was either going to be the Chiefs or Browns. They crushed the Bengals kind of 42-39. They kept them in the game, so we probably have a shot. Cowboys beat the Panthers and the Saints beat the Packers. So we're going to have to pull up an upset here, and if we do, we're on to the Super Bowl. All right, let's see if we can... Ooh, down 7-zip to start, 7-3. Can we get the ball back? Can we score? Oh, Browns got the ball 14-3. 10-14. All right, we're kind of staying in it. Second half. Can we get? No, we don't like that. 21-10, 21-12. We got to score. 15-21, 22-21, 22-29. We got to get down there and score. And we get knocked out in the conference championship game. Had a feeling when it's Madden, it's either going to be the Browns or the Chiefs to knock you out. We threw 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Rushing wise, yeah, they dominated us rushing wise. Receiving, we had a good game receiving wise, but that's just what happens. How many sacks did we get? Oh, geez. Myles Garrett with 4.5 sacks. No wonder. Oh, boy. Yeah. We got sacked a lot. Interception, they had 1. So, I'd call that a pretty successful rebuild. And it looks like the Browns, of course, go on to take the dub in the Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and look at the team one more time. We were an 82 overall, 83 offense, 81 defense. We developed a good bit, and yeah, I'd call that a pretty solid rebuild. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment down below who do you think I should do next. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Bye-bye. And for anybody wondering how we do the next season, pretty bad.